If you've seen supplements or programs marketed as natural GLP-1, Ozempic alternatives, or doing what GLP-1 drugs do without the side effects, you're not alone. Some of these claims are exaggerated, some are misleading, and some are just biologically implausible, biologically impossible. So in this video, I want to show you how to evaluate these claims using basic real biology, not opinions, not endorsements, and certainly not medical advice. So you're going to be able to tell for yourself the difference before you spend your money. So GLP-1 medications work by acting on specific receptors that affect your appetite, gastric emptying, how quickly your stomach empties, and satiety signals in the brain, basically telling you when you're full and want to stop eating. So they produce these large sustained effects because they're pharmacological agents, meaning they're designed to produce a strong, reliable biological signal. And that context really matters because when something is marketed as a natural GLP-1 or Ozempic alternative, the first question isn't really whether it does anything at all. It is that. But it's whether it could reasonably produce effects similar to GLP-1s, effects of similar magnitude. So here are 3 things to look for when you're evaluating these claims. So the first one is the mechanism versus the outcome. So what I mean by that is that many products cite ingredients that influence appetite or blood sugar in small ways. That doesn't automatically justify claims of dramatic weight loss. So a real evaluation has to ask, does the proposed mechanism plausibly lead to the outcome being promised at that dose, in that time frame, and the magnitude being claimed? And second thing, while we're talking about magnitude and time frame, if a product claims weight loss similar to GLP-1 drugs, but relies on dietary supplements, plant extracts, or lifestyle suggestions, that should raise questions in itself. Small biological effects are often real, and I'm not minimizing that, but small effects don't produce large outcomes. So claims that skip over this gap are usually marketing, not real physiology. And that leads me to the third thing. There's some really big marketing red flags. Watch out for phrases like GLP-1 alternative, works like Ozempic, no side effects, no behavior change required. Those are big ones. And they're not proof. They're just signals that the claim really needs closer scrutiny. So one more thing that matters. A responsible seller is going to disclose both limitations and risks of what they're selling. When marketing pushes urgency but avoids contraindications, especially for people on other medications, that's a red flag in itself. Evaluating claims isn't about being cynical, it's about being realistic. It's about understanding whether the promise respects basic biology, basic physiology. For context, I'm a professor of biochemistry and endocrinology, and my work focuses on evaluating biological plausibility, not giving medical advice. I built, as a result of this, a natural evaluation tool that scores quantitatively weight loss and nutrition claims based on this biological plausibility, based on whether it makes sense, the evidence, quality, and the marketing behavior. It's not going to tell you what to take. It's not going to give medical advice. It simply helps you decide whether a claim is biologically reasonable, overstated, or just plain a hard no. So if that kind of framework sounds useful to you, I put the link below. Either way, use these principles the next time you see a natural GLP-1 claim and evaluate it before you buy.